sight is so glorious, so metal, so packed full of sheer manly balls that his theme music kicks in and starts trumpeting once again how Yor is the man. Okay, so after that, Yor grabs Kala and kicks the shit out of some cavemen before breaking a dam they've built inside the cave, which floods the cave and kills everyone inside. Hooray! Now that's using the old bean, Yor. Hey, wait a minute. You just drowned every man, woman, and child in the cave, and I'm not just talking about the innocent purple people. I'm talking about the women and children from the village who were just abducted and locked away in cells. And he just murdered everyone. No, he just committed double genocide. That's 2 whole civilizations he just drowned. So what, he doesn't care about anyone else but his girlfriend? What an asshole!
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
I should also mention that Yor's origins are shrouded in mystery, and the only clue to his identity is a golden medallion found around his neck. Pack and Kala decide to follow him around and help him to find answers because, why not? Yor just killed everyone they know and burned their village down. So they travel to a distant desert valley inhabited by sand people who wield flaming sticks as weapons. They capture Yor and take him to their leader, a foxy blonde woman who also happens to wear a golden medallion. The sand people worship her as a goddess because she was found near a huge block of ice in the middle of the desert with people frozen inside it, and the water that comes off it is vital to the Fremen. Yummy! Yeah, I don't get it either, but long story short, the sand people decide to burn Yor alive. It's nothing personal, so Yor just kills everyone. Well, what else is he gonna do? He is the man, after all. Now tell me this isn't cool. Yor picks up a flaming anachronistic longsword and starts killing sand mummies with it, and then he meets their leader. Come on, move! I have come to toast your marshmallows. Oh, and he underhands it. If I may borrow the expression, pooned! And no, I have no idea why the cave collapses, but suffice to say, that's the 3rd culture that Yor has completely wiped out. This guy is a walking humanoid typhoon. Of course, now Yor has 2 lovely ladies smitten with him, and you can just tell Kala wants to claw the bitch's eyes out. There's no way she's a natural blonde. My favorite part of all this is how Pac doesn't really see a problem.
I'll go look for them. The meat is burning.
It's your jealousy that's burning. Among our people, a man can have many wives. So why can't you have 2?
What? Makes sense to me. Now let's see if Kala takes caveman Dr. Phil's advice here.
One of us must die.
Oh, nope, cat fight! I told you this movie was great! Oh, god damn it! Boo! I thought those guys were dead! Okay, well, Yor kills them again, but not before they mortally wound Blondie. Then you fast forward a bit, and Yor saves a bunch of children from being eaten by a giant lizard. Oh, man, it's starting to feel like this movie is starting over, doesn't it? Well, during the course of the fight, Yor loses his axe, but Pac makes the save by shooting it in the eyeball. In gratitude, the children offer to lead Yor back to their village, and you know this can't end well. The grateful village chief thanks Yor and offers him a reward.
Tarita's life now belongs to you. She will be your mate.
Wow.
Take me with you, stranger.
Oh my god, that's not fair. Shouldn't Pac take the credit for that one? He did shoot the lizard in the eye and save Yor's ass. Oh well. To celebrate, they have a feast and the village explodes. Yes, I'm serious. Spaceships attack and fry the whole village to the ground with their lasers. Although the movie is too low budget to actually show spaceships, you hear all sorts of whooshing and stuff, so it's probably spaceships. They're kind of implied.
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
And yeah, that's the big shocker of the movie, is that spaceships and lasers exist. That this is not a prehistoric world, but actually a post-historic, post-apocalyptic world that's been blasted with nuclear weapons and is crawling with mutants and dinosaurs. Although, I'm pretty sure that you would have been clever enough to figure this out if you did something like, I don't know, looked at the box? Look carefully for the hidden clue in the title. It's called Yor, the Hunter from the Future! And the cover of the box features him standing on a spire of rock, roaring a challenge at a group of flying saucers, armed only with a hand axe. It kind of reminds me when Planet of the Apes got re-released, and the biggest thing on the cover was the shadow of the Statue of Liberty. Way to ruin the surprise, guys. Well, Yor and the gang decide to sail across the sea where the spaceships come from because... and they decide to take the chief's old boat. But shortly after they start their voyage, the weather started getting rough, and it turns out that boats made of wicker don't float for shit. Big shocker. Yor gets thrown overboard, but the guy's basically indestructible, so he washes up on the island completely unscathed. And suddenly this becomes a very, very different movie. He runs into a bunch of robots who kind of look like Darth Vader fucked Hello Kitty, who might be scary if you couldn't just bash their fucking heads off with a rock. Oh! The island is ruled by a leathery guy in a cloak called Overlord.
I want them both captured and brought here, alive.
What did you call him? The Overlord? Who's that?
He commands all of us, and his main intent is unquestionably to do evil.
But he seemed like such a nice guy during the election.
Eventually, I may conquer the world.
What world? It's bombed to shit!
All barbarians.
You'll command a world of puppets. Is that your goal in life?
Yes.
It's good to have dreams, I guess.
I'm the giver of death. But also of life.
But how does Yor factor into all this?
You are to be the forefather of a new race, together with Carla, this genetically perfect woman, as your mate. As I said, I am experimenting with a new type of android, which requires the seed of specimen like yourself to produce a new race, superior to these rather slow-witted models.
Ew, the androids need your seed? What kind of sick-ass future is this? So let me see if I can get this plan straight. Overlord wants to rule the world by killing everybody, but first he needs to replace his crappy, slow-moving, shambling robots with slower, uglier, more expensive shambling robots that wear collars that prevent them from seeing anything. And this whole plan hinges on getting a caveman to jerk off into a plastic cup.
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
Dude, you've got long-range military aircraft and laser weaponry. I think the cavemen will fucking surrender!
So yeah, it turns out the futuristic genocidal maniacs who strafe helpless villagers with their starfighters are a giant bunch of douchebags. Huh. Why did Yor even bother to come down here in the first place? Why would Overlord ever need a maze of mirrors? And trust me, nothing happens in this room. They just wander around it a little bit, then they get out. I just don't know why you'd bother ripping off a Bruce Lee movie if you're not going to actually rip off the Bruce Lee movie.
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
Pack and Jala start organizing a resistance to the Overlord, and together they start a revolution in order to rescue Yor. And that's when all hell breaks loose in this movie, although it does lead to one very historic event that I don't think has ever been recorded until Battlefield Earth. Yep, cavemen with laser rifles! Check it out, all of a sudden it looks like these guys really are running around the set to Space Mutiny. I was just kidding about that before, but look at it. Doesn't it look like these Darth Vader robots just aren't really trying? I mean, the way they move, it's like they just woke up or something. Check out how disinterested Pack looks as he shoots all these robots. Zap, guess. As they run, they decide to plant a bomb on the island's fusion reactor to cover their escape. But as he does this, Yor finds himself trapped on the other side of a chasm. God, where's a dead-stiff 4-foot bat to hang glide with when you need one? Hey, but wait, looks like Pack has a plan. Oh, could it be? Could it be? Yes! Luckily, the old sweaty fat caveman is a part-time trapeze artist. Oh, and he can also morph everyone into a plastic action figure, too. Go, Joe!
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
Anyway, Yor tracks down the Overlord, finally, who tells him to talk to the hand. So, Yor just impales him with an inanimate carbon rod. Yeah, that magic hand thing was really impressive trick, but you know what might have worked better, though? I don't know, maybe shooting him? So it goes on like this for about 20 minutes, lots of robots getting shot, lots of Billy Idols getting shot, and in the end, Yor escapes on a spaceship as the island explodes behind him, destroying the 5th civilization of the movie.
Yor returns to the primitive tribes on the mainland. He is determined to use his superior knowledge to prevent them making the same mistakes as their forefathers. Will he succeed?
Yeah, I'm sure all those purple cave apes and dinosaurs are going to listen to his advanced knowledge. Wait, what? What advanced knowledge?
We will need a lot more hemp before we're through.
Way ahead of you, partner.